Guess what day it is?
It's Media Monday.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Megan, the host, one of the hosts of this show, Megan Around the Morning, and it's season 3.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild.
It is wild, actually. It's new.
We've been doing this for since like August of 2021?
Correct.
And
First episode was uploaded in August.
And so now it's February of 2022. We've been doing this for a minute. Who are you?
I'm Ro, and hello, camera 2. Yeah.
I could see your arm in camera 1.
You can?
Well, no, when you waved.
Oh, and I was over here? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Ro, and I'm just chilling. Just doing what I do best. And we can't wait to go eat. That's me. Can't wait to go eat Jalisco's.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay, everybody say happy birthday to Ro. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
It was his birthday recently on January 28th. Yes.
On a Friday.
And
a good day to have a birthday.
Yeah, Friday.
And on top of that, we have little Frankie. Her birthday was on Friday as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Was she here?
No, she wasn't here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today is the first recording of Media Monday.
Media Mondays.
Where we're going to be talking about the media that we're consuming. And I'm supposed to be looking at you, right?
We can look both ways.
Okay.
Each other at the camera.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hi, camera 1. Camera 2.
Hello.
There's my arm in camera 2. So I'm going to be talking about Pokemon Crystal, which was released in 2001 for the Game Boy Color.
Yep.
What are you going to be talking about?
Music. My consumption of music, my weird taste in music. When people say they listen to everything, I think they don't got me beat on listening to everything, though. Okay. So
who wants to go first?
Let's hear about Pokemon.
Okay, so have you ever played a Pokemon game?
I have played, not like from start to finish.
Okay.
But I have played a game, and I have played the card version too.
Okay.
Just not enough to be like, yeah, I know the rules. I know the little backdoor hidden gems kind of stuff. Like, I played enough to kind of know about it. Right.
And you know, like, some Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So a little brief history is that the first Pokemon games were released in it was either 1997 or 1998. And the first games were Red and Blue.
Okay.
Or Red and Green in Japan, I'm pretty sure.
On what console?
On the Game Boy.
Okay.
And
so Pokemon's been on Game. The first console was on Game Boy. The first Pokemon game.
Yes, was on Game Boy.
On Game Boy.
It was a portable game, and that's known as the primary color generation.
Right.
Because it was Red and Blue or Red and Green, depending on where you were. And then they released Pokemon Yellow, which was a special version later.
Right.
And then after that came... Oh my God. You know what I just realized?
What did you realize?
We should have turned off that heater. We can definitely hear the heater.
We can quick.
Okay. Quick. Okay. So I'm going to explain real quick. Yeah, because you can definitely hear the heater in the background. That's so much better.
So the green and yellow.
Okay. It gets really cold in our office. It's a side room. It is not very well insulated. The windows are original glass from 100 fucking years ago.
You flick it and it breaks.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so after the primary color generation, or Generation 1, came Generation 2, which was gold and silver, and that was known as the metallic generation. And after gold and silver came out, another one was released called Pokemon Crystal. Okay. And Pokemon Crystal was the first game where you could play as a girl.
Which was... Do you remember her name?
Crystal.
Oh, okay.
Or all right. Chris, or you can name her whatever.
Oh, okay.
I always name mine Crystal. I never do my own name.
Right.
I usually name my character whatever the theme is. So for Red and Blue, people would usually name their person Red or Blue or their name.
Right.
And I always name my rival, because you always have a rival in Pokemon games. The opposing
color or
metallic
theme.
Or what? Yeah, the opposing theme. That's a great way to put it. So my rival's name is
Ziggy Zayamite.
No,
Ruby.
His name is Ruby and Sapphire came later.
Okay.
My rival's name is Silver.
Silver.
But you get to name your rival.
Okay.
And Silver's a fucking asshole. I hate him. I'll explain more about that in a minute.
He's a good he's one of the Fantastic Four villains too.
Oh my god.
Silver Surfer.
So yeah, I always name my girl Crystal. I've never named her after me. Most people name them like I said, either the theme or after themselves, but I always do Crystal because I think that's a pretty name. Mm-hmm. And also like Pokemon Crystal, she's the protag.
Yeah.
I think that this was also the first. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I think that Pokemon Crystal was the first Pokemon game on the Game Boy Color.
Okay.
But correct me if I'm wrong, because I know that there are diehard Pokemon fans out there who will correct me.
Game Boy fans out there too.
Yeah, there really are. So you start the game, and the dad is always absent for some reason in Pokemon games. Mm-hmm. Like, it's never explained if he's dead.
He went and got out some grass.
I guess.
Like, nowadays they go out for milk. That back then they went out for grass for their Pokemon.
Yeah. So, I live with my mom, and I'm 10 years old, and I decide that I'm old enough to go on my very own Pokemon journey.
I love those back in the day. Like, Mom, I'm gonna be a samurai warrior. I'm gonna travel the world. I'm gonna meet some guy that's almost gonna kill me. He's gonna be my best friend, and then later on he's gonna die. I'm gonna go avenge his death.
Also, I'm 10.
And I'm 10. I'll be home for lunch though.
So if you know Japanese culture, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, there's this whole thing called like the first errand that you do when you're like a little kid, where you go out by yourself but like secretly supervised. There's like a whole like Japanese television show about this.
Yep.
So it's not also like, it's a lot safer. Like 20 years ago was a lot safer
than now
to go in adventure just in general, right? Like you can't let kids go to the park by themselves these days.
Nope.
So anyway, Professor Elm is the Pokemon professor in my town, New Bark Town.
All right.
And he's like, I'm so sorry. He's like,
you just captured a Pokemon.
Yo, I want you to help me.
Right.
And I'm like, cool.
What's up with it?
I pick my starter Pokemon. Yeah. There's always 3 that you can choose from. Mm-hmm. One is going to be a fire type, one's a water type, and one is a grass type. And I always pick Cyndaquil. And
he's a water type.
No.
Oh.
He's a fire type.
Yeah, that's my next choice.
He looks like a little anteater, kind of. Mm-hmm. Like an anteater with fire coming out of his back.
Okay. And
I almost always name mine Cyan. Mm-hmm. I don't know why that got started.
How you spell that?
Cyan?
Yeah.
Cyan.
C. Huh.
Yeah, cyan.
Okay.
It's a color.
I thought you were going to be like SC.
No.
Kind of like the karma effect, Scion?
Right. No, okay. It's just cyan.
Okay.
But I'm actually going to... There's a character in the Pokemon series called the Name Rater. And you can go to the Name Rater's house, and he'll rate your name, but also you can change your name. Like the names of your Pokemon there. Uh-huh. So I'm going to change all of my Pokemon to food names.
Food.
Mm-hmm. So
Croissant.
Cyndaquil. I don't know of any Pokemon that I would name Croissant, but sure.
Linguini is over here.
I have a cat, a Meowth, named Latte.
Oh, okay. I thought you would call him Meowth. That's a pretty cool name.
No, Meowth is a Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Like a species of Pokemon.
Okay.
Cyndaquil is going to be... he's going to be habanero, which is so cute.
Yeah. Is he green?
So he's like green and tan and orange, obviously, because of the fire.
Okay.
I'll give you the names of all these Pokemon because you're going to be like putting them all around me. My current team, if I can remember correctly, is Typhlosion, which is the evolution of Cyndaquil.
Okay.
And then I have a Poliwhirl that I've named Squirtle because it's funny. Mm-hmm. I have a Bellsprout named
How many H's?
There's actually none. It's just 5 A's.
Oh, 5 A's. Okay.
Yeah. Why is the Bellsprout named that?
Yeah.
Well, because so Bellsprout, he goes like Bellsprout.
Right.
And then there's I don't remember who's the next one after that. Weeping Bell. And then there is Victory Bell.
Yeah.
And Victory Bell just goes,
okay.
So it goes from Bellsprout to Weeping Bell to literally just screaming.
Gotcha.
I'm going to have to, like, you'll have to put in a clip because it's really funny.
All right, cool.
Isn't that just simple task?
Go and attack your master.
What are you doing? Stop and
See, I controlled Victory Bell.
That don't prove nothing. Victory Bell always attacks James that way.
I have a shiny red Gyarados named Sour Cherry.
Sour Cherry.
Mm-hmm. I have a Slowbro.
Which
is the evolution of Slowpoke.
Okay.
And right now
it's just... get slower?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Slowpoke is like a tank in the Pokemon series. They have really high health.
Yeah.
And they're water psychic.
Okay.
For most of the games except for Sun and Moon.
Okay.
In Sun and Moon, it's just a psychic type.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna name those. Wait, who else do I have? I have one more. Oh, I have a Rocky.
Balboa. You got Sylvester Stallone in here?
No. Brock has this Pokemon. Why can't I remember what it's called? He'll put it on the screen if you're watching the video. It's like a long rock. Onyx. It's an Onyx.
The snake one?
The
snake-looking one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an Onyx named Rocky.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so my Cyndaquil named Cyan, or Typhlosion, he's going to be named Habanero.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be my Squirtle. My Poliwhirl named Squirtle. I'm probably going to rename him to, like, I don't know, Blue. He'll be blue flavor.
Okay.
I'll put, like, blue and then FLVR. Blue flavor will be his name.
Oh, blue flavor.
Yeah, because he's
put
blue.
double D after that.
Okay. So then my Slowpoke is going to be Strawberry.
Okay.
Because he's pink.
Yeah. I know that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Sour Cherry is already named after a flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And then is just going to be like, I don't know. I think I'm going to name him Squash because he kind of looks like a squash.
Okay.
You know, like a yellow squash?
Yeah.
Can you put, I'm holding my hand up. Can you put a yellow squash in my hand?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Was that all? Oh, and my Rocky, I don't know what I'm going to change him to. Maybe I'll just keep him as Rocky because I got him in a trade. I traded a Pokemon for Rocky. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it would be like mean to change his name.
Sounds like a swap meet. Like you go to the flea market. Who wants this one?
Yeah, you can trade, like, I think I traded a Bellsprout because the kid was like, do you have a Bellsprout? I'll trade him for my Rocky. And I was like, okay, I guess. And Bellsprouts are really easy to catch. So I was like, why didn't you just go and catch one yourself?
If I had a Pokemon, I would want all Earth Pokemon. And I would just name them after me. So like if there's like a big one, call him Big Ro. If there's a big one, call him Big Ro. Mm-hmm. If there's a little tiny one, be like Low Ro. Mm-hmm. And then one just called Ro.
Yeah.
And then Ro. And then Ro, and the other one called Your Boat.
Oh my God.
Ro, Your Boat.
Most people do go with like some sort of naming convention for their Pokemon. Like one of my friends named hers after flowers. Another names hers after anime characters. Like,
here's Deku. Oh, okay. What's up, Deku? What's up with it?
Exactly. So that is not going to be my final like team though. Mm-hmm. Not at all. That's just the team I have right now. Definitely I'm keeping Typhlosion and Slowpoke Slowbro in the mix, as well as Sour Cherry, just because I really like having a shiny in my party. But like I said, Sour Cherry is a shiny Gyarados that I got in the Lake of Rage, which is an area in the game. But I need a bird type Pokemon. There's not really a lot of good ones.
Not a lot of birds?
No, not in this game. There's like 5.
Yeah.
No, there may be like 7. I think there's Pidgeotto, and then there's like Zubat and Golbat, and then there's Fearow. That may be it.
Okay.
But there's not a lot of cool Pokemon that can learn the fly ability.
Yeah.
And
you can just chunk them, right?
You can release them. You can also put them in the PC.
Okay.
You can store them in a computer.
Yeah.
So that way, if you don't like, because you can only have 6 at one time.
Okay.
In your party, in your team, right?
Okay.
And
do you have like, are there like subs? You know, like here's your starting 6. Are there like subs underneath it? Like,
no.
can you have some in the back room or no?
Well, you can store them in the PC, but you can't, like, if all 6 of you, like, your Pokemon faint in a battle, you're done. You white out.
Okay.
So if you have those 6, the rest of your Pokemon are stored in the PC.
Gotcha. And you just go back and swap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I have a couple in the PC right now.
Yeah.
My Pokédex is not that good right now. I've seen like 100 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only caught like 23 of them.
Okay.
So I need to work on that because I really want to be one of those people who gets like, who catches all of the Pokemon, you know? I think that would be really cool.
Off the top of your head, quick, do you know how many Pokemons there are?
There's like 1,000 now.
Ooh. So they make new.
There's new Pokemon every game.
Okay.
So in Pokemon Crystal, I believe that there's 250 Pokemon. Because in the first game, there was 150, and I believe that they added 100.
So Pokemon Go would have been an endless game.
Pokemon Go is kind of an endless game.
So every new game, there's a new one.
There's new Pokemon. They
Gotcha.
add
That's
new Pokemon. Yeah.
It's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
A lot of driving.
It's a lot of terrain that you'd have to visit. Yeah. Because some Pokemon are regional. Like in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Like we could do a whole episode about Pokemon Go, to be honest with you, because there's Pokemon that are region locked to like Japan or Europe or America, like different countries. But it's not like in Pokemon Crystal, after I beat the main game, which I'm pretty close to beating. Right now I'm doing the part where you have to go and save the director of the radio tower because Team Rocket is trying to take over.
Yeah.
And after you do all that, you can go and play the first region of the first generation of Pokemon. So currently I'm in Johto region, and after this I can go to the Kanto region, and it's like 2 games in one.
Gotcha.
So that's it. That's all I got for Pokemon right now.
Huh. Okay.
Let's get into music.
Interesting.
You said that you've been getting into new music recently, and that's why you wanted to talk about it.
New music, different kinds of music that people are like, why are you listening to this? Or where did you find this kind of stuff? So what I want to start off with is powwow music. People don't know what powwow music is. It's very Native American type. Well, it's not very good type. It is Native American.
It is Native American.
I say type because I have like a techno remix on my playlist.
Oh, okay. So like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
And so like I have like music from Native Americans that are published and created by Native Americans. Then I have like some techno or dubstep remixes in there,
right?
As well. And I like it because it's not studio music. It's all like acapella, instrumental kind of stuff.
Right.
Obviously they record in the studio, but when I studio, there's like no sound effects, there is no reverb, there is no ad libs to it. Like it's just their voice and their drum, and that's it.
Well, and a lot of the times, like, powwow music that you can find is just recorded from an actual powwow. Yeah. And so they're outside in the elements, and they're being recorded. Yep. Doing their song and dance.
I first saw it on TikTok. I knew about powwow, but I didn't know, like what to search up, like what to type, until I saw this kid on TikTok, and he sang in front of a crowd, and he sang. It was like the powwow music. It's very few lyrics from what I've listened to so far. Very few lyrics, but a lot of like their native language. So we think they're screaming, but they're not screaming. They're just singing in their own language.
It's like Hawaiian music.
Yeah, we think they're just humming, but they're not. No, they're singing in their own language. Right. That's one. I'm not a big fan of country. Okay. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, you don't like country? But I only listen to it like if it's like a really long road trip. Let's say I'm going to Dallas. I'll pop in like 1 or 2 songs or whatever. You know, kind of like mellow it out.
I don't like today's country. I like old country.
I like storytelling country.
Yeah. I don't like where it's like truck and beer and women and blah. And like it's no. Like I like, like Dolly Parton and Loretta Lane and like Willie Nelson. Like those kinds of people who are telling a story throughout their music.
My favorite, I don't know if this is considered a country song. People in the comments can correct me, but the song is called Keep the Wolves Away. And then the native of that, not the backstory of that song, is a son helping his parents keeping away the tax collectors of
that sounds like a country song.
And it happened in Galveston. Like some factory blew up in Galveston, and that the air was polluted, and now his dad's lungs are like contaminated along as other males that worked in the factory. So he's singing and making music so he can like help his parents out. But the song is like super deep and super cool. It's like him helping his parents out, keeping away the tax collectors, because they just want their money, but people just want to live.
Right.
Kind of stuff. I do have my mix of like hip hop, but I prefer, it's going to sound like every other adult. Like they don't make music that they make like, no, they don't make things like that how they used to make them nowadays. You know, like back in the day, it was like built strong and last a long time with anything. You know, it could be this table or phones or cars or whatever. Right. It could be anything. But I prefer like 80s, 90s kind of hip hop, where it was like the startup of Ice Cube and like Wu-Tang and like Eazy-E, like that kind of music. Because it wasn't about, I mean, every now and then it's like, you know, drugs or women, guys, cars, truck, whatever. Right, but sometimes they like told their backstory, kind of like SPM does, like South Park Mexican from Houston. He tells his backstory, like, "Hey, I used to live like this. This is the path I took, you know." And sometimes people learn from it.
Yeah,
you know, like people were like, "Oh snap! Like he lived that, or you've committed that crime, and you said it in a song." Like, and we kind of relate to music like that, but we've never done stuff like that.
No, absolutely. And I think that kind of rap is more authentic than what a lot of people are putting out these days, like in terms of rap and hip hop. Yeah. Although maybe it's just that mainstream has been saturated by, you know, sex, money, drugs. Yeah. And there are some underground rappers who are doing more than that, and we just don't know about them because they're not the mainstream. Yeah. You know, I mean, even like Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. Like a lot of her stuff is really raunchy, and I love Megan. Yeah. But like she's mainstream now, you know, and that's like even her mom was a rapper. Megan Thee Stallion, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Her mom was a rapper. I just
knew that Megan just recently graduated. That's about it. That's all I know.
Megan has been writing lyrics since she was a teenager. And her mom, like she would show her mom, and her mom was like, "These are way too sexual." So that's always been Megan's thing. Gotcha. But my whole point is like, that's what's in the mainstream right now, right? Yeah. For rap and hip hop is very much, it's very sexual or very like violent or talking about like getting high or whatever. Yeah. You know? But the old school stuff, I agree with you, is a lot more authentic.
I mean, it's a lot better. My mom will do this to me, and I know I'm gonna do this to my nephews. My mom's like, "What you know about blah blah blah, whatever," and I'm like, "I don't. That's before my time." And I'm gonna do that to my nephew. He's like, "Man, what you know about this rapper?" And he's like, "I don't know anything about that rapper." I'm like, "Of course, because you're a kid," and we sound so horrible saying that. But like, you're a kid, you don't know anything, blah blah blah. You don't know crap about music or art or whatever. Well, of course they don't. They weren't born in that generation, duh. Right. But I'm still gonna say it. Like, what you know about SPM, bro? Nothing.
You know, it's crazy because like Tupac, I believe he was killed in 1997. My parents were like, I don't know, they were like 18. Yeah. When that happened, 17, 18 when that happened.
In the shootout.
And I was just like, my parents like lived that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then we live through their generation's artists that have recently died, like Prince, Michael Jackson. Yeah. And then we're like, who is, I mean, we heard about him, but you know, what impact did he do? Right. And all the parents, oh my God, Prince and Michael Jackson have passed away, you know, rest their souls. And we're like, who are they? You know?
Right. Because by the time that they passed away, they weren't as relevant to our generation. Right. At least from like when Michael Jackson died, that was like 2008, 2010, I believe.
It doesn't even feel like that long ago.
Like I vaguely knew who Michael Jackson was, but I was a little kid. I was 8, 9, 10 whenever he passed away.
All I knew, like, his song Beat It and Thriller. I mean, that's all I knew at the time.
Right. And so we didn't know the, like, huge impact that he had in music. Yeah. What would you, because you even, as much as you, like, shit on me for, like, liking K-pop, you do like some K-pop songs that I've played for you.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize they were by K-pop artists.
Right. So, like, what would you say is your least favorite type of music?
Very least type.
Like when it comes on, you're like, fuck that.
mainstream reggaeton.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I mean, I'm not gonna shit on Bad Bunny or J Balvin or whatever.
Oh,
but when it's like
that's like mainstream reggaeton.
Yeah, like that's why I consider mainstream. I may be completely wrong.
So like that song with Cardi B, I Like It. Would that be considered like I like it like that? Is that mainstream reggaeton?
Yeah, and there's some songs by like Don Omar. They're like overplayed, and people hype it up. But at the end of the day, it's like this is not a good song, bro.
What is your top 5 favorite music genres?
Top 5 is whatever Suicide Boys is under. Whatever.
What are they?
I have no idea.
I love Suicide Boys.
Whatever they're under.
Yeah.
That's one.
Because it's like rap, but not really.
Yeah. So whatever they're under, that's number 1.
I mean, their stuff is rap stands for rhythm and poetry.
Yeah.
Right. So it is rhythm and poetry.
They're very poetic.
But it's like this isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So whatever they're under, I like it. The second would be reggaeton, whether it be old school or new school. A third would be rock and like all types of rock music. To where it's like either heavy metal or like the emo phase kind of rock. Like, is that even emo? Is emo even rock?
Emo is its own genre.
Okay, then rock and then emo.
Okay.
And then my 5th one would be lo-fi.
Yeah, you do love lo-fi.
Lo-fi would be my 5th.
We need to do a Media Monday where we talk about electronic dance music.
I have a story about that.
I also have a story about that.
I have a okay.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough time.
We'll save it. Just know that it involves South Padre and a foam cannon.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, talking about music, when you were a little kid, what was the kind of music that you really loved? Like, was there a song that you remember being like formative for you?
Not really. No. I mean,
really, because I have one.
Younger, I would listen to a lot of SPM, honestly. Just because I was like, okay, Mexican rapper out of Houston, Texas, cool. Let me listen to him.
Right.
Other than that, like a song that, oh my god, from my childhood, no, not really. Except those commercials with like the love songs of the early whatever the infomercial,
like 80s, 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite song when I was a little kid. My mom can vouch for me. Mom posted in the comments. I loved the song "Hey Ya" by Outkast. Hey,
it was on We Dance.
Yeah. I was just obsessed with that song. I've always loved music, and like because my parents are 20 and a half years older than I am. And so they were into like very trendy music, right? They were into a lot of mainstream music, but they were also into like indie stuff too, like David Gray and
oh, never mind, I did find one. Okay, go continue.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say that I grew up listening to music.
Scatman.
Oh my god.
Scatman. It was a song of my childhood.
Oh my god. That's so fitting for you.
Yeah. He was like, and I'm
that
just
song
like,
is so funny.
I would listen to it. And then out of nowhere, it's like, I'm the Scatman. And then like the little animation in the video. That was my childhood song. I would play that when I first started playing Legend of Zelda, like any Legend of Zelda game.
Really?
And with my cousin Marco watches this. What's up, bro? I would play it and then we'd play that song. That was my childhood.
So that song is like associated with the Legend of Zelda for you?
Yes. Because you have Link running.
Right.
And then you have the Scatman scatting. And then I'm running with the scat.
I love that.
Yeah. So Scatman's my childhood song.
Well, Ro, we're running out of time. So I hope that you guys have a great Monday. You can follow us at Megan Rowe in the Morning anywhere. If you're listening to this on your favorite podcast platform, make sure that you give us a follow or a subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, give it a like, give it a share. Tell us about your experiences with Pokemon or what your most formative song from your childhood was.
Yep.
Tell us about it.
Yep.
We want to hear about it. You can follow us on Twitter at Mr. in the Morning. In season 3, we're going to be better about posting on Twitter. Both of us.
Yeah.
Have a fantastic Monday. And let us know what we should consume next for Media Monday. Did you not have anything? Bro, we're running out of time.
Listen to Scatman, please.
Okay.
It's a really good song.
That was all he had.
It's an annoying song too, but it's a really good song.
Okay. That was it.